Welcome to Pop-Up Camper Pro. I'm your host Eric Smith, and today I'd like to share with you everything that I've learned about Coleman and Fleetwood lift arms. The lift arms or lift pillars are located at all four corners of the pop-up camper. They work together to raise the roof when the lift is activated. The main lift cables come into the bottom of the lift arm, up through a pulley, and then back down to a 45-degree bracket. When the cable is pulled, it pulls down on the system and extends the arm. They're built with the following components. We have a main lift body. The height of the camper dictates how tall this main lift body is. Inside, we have at least two more stages. At the bottom, we have the butterfly bracket. This is where the main lift cable is coming into this bottom pulley. We have a stage cable in each one of the top stages, and a common pulley, pin, and cotter pin behind each one of these mounting brackets. Let's go over each one of the components that we just covered in the order from the bottom to the top. So we see the butterfly bracket installed in here. In this one, we'll go ahead and seat this butterfly bracket in. The proper orientation is that this reinforcement bracket is located up in this position. So we'll just open her up a little bit at the bottom, slide the butterfly bracket in. I'm using gloves because of the sharp sheet metal. And move it into position. Okay, so this is where the lift arm bolts to the camper frame. Here on the back is what you would see exposed from the outside looking at the bottom of the camper. This is where the pop rivets would hold this butterfly bracket in. Here we can see them installed on this used arm. Our lowest 45-degree mounting bracket is where our main lift cable attaches to. Again, the main lift cable comes in from the bottom, goes up to a top pulley, and then comes back down to that 45-degree bracket. The 45-degree bracket always points away from the belly of the camper when the lift arm is in the correct mounting position. Following the system up, we find the two more anchors for the stage cables that are wrapping up each one of the pulleys, going around each lift arm pulley in each stage. Here's an example of the stage cables that are found in the top stages. There are two main lengths, 25.5 inch and 31 inch. You can find your part number in the parts book for your camper, or you can measure your old cable. There's also a universal option should you want to build your own. Replacing the stage pulleys is easiest done with a mirror looking underneath, because, let me take my gloves off for this. The pulley is seated inside. The pin is through it, and the cotter pin is attached to it from the bottom. So using a small mechanic's mirror and looking under here will allow you to find the location of the cotter pin, close her up, and pull it out for removal and replacement of a stage pulley. For general maintenance, a good quality spray lubricant is all that's required to keep your lift arms in smooth operating order. So, a brand new one, of course, pulley spin nice and free. Used one, this one could use a little grease, but it's still in good shape. as well as this top stage. So when you lubricate, you want to lubricate bottom pulley and each pulley behind each stage bracket. Should you ever have to replace a lift arm, identifying is relatively simple. First thing you want to do is measure the main body. Find 24 inches. I find 29 3/4 inches. And I find 32 inches. Our first one is a 4-stage lift arm. These were most commonly found on units produced up to about 1995. After, they changed to a 3-stage system. These are the most popular sizes, as most pop-up campers on Coleman Fleetwood are about 24.5 inches tall on the body. High wall units, popular in Highlander series and such, use a longer main stage body. And we can see this early version, what they did is they used a normal size 4-stage lift arm and they made a bottom bracket and an inner reinforcement and pop riveted together. Pretty smart. Even though your camper has 4 lift arms, you have 2 styles. So if you were to draw an X on the top of your camper's roof, each end of the X would point to the same lift arm. A roadside front lift arm is the same as a curbside rear lift arm. Curbside front lift arm is the same as a roadside rear lift arm. So, should you ever need to replace a lift arm, to identify the correct one is as easy as noting the location, measuring the main body, and counting the number of top stages. You can always give us a call too for any assistance you might need. We'll be glad to help. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you never have to replace a lift arm, but if you do, we'll be here for you. Please subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and we'll see you at the campground.